I'm now out here in the tomato field. Just finished my third box right there. Gonna start my fourth. A lot of these are gonna be canners, and we could use them for the table if we want to. They're still not very plentiful. Like there's little clusters here, then you'll find nothing, and then there'll be another cluster there. Up there, there's quite a few, but there's also bad mixed in with that you know, you gotta sort out. And so I wouldn't say this is a real fast process, but you know, we need the canners. It is that time of the year now to where people are wanting them, and we're just picking as many as we can possibly find. Here's a big one. It's a beauty. So that's it for this spot. The rest are no good. Now I'll move on right to here. No good. Mom came out and she got like 3 or 4 baskets, or boxes actually, which is all half bushels. And so this is it right here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And she's got 2 more boxes down there, makes 12. Out of the 12, 2 of them are plum, which that's one right there. I got one too though. So nothing is real good picking yet, but what's here is pretty nice. But we're pretty sure now that we have cleaned that section right here from the end of the yard out to the truck, which is quite a bit. So next time we come up, we'll work out that way. The next job I'm moving into is digging potatoes. Luckily this time I remembered to bring my baskets. That way when I'm done, I can pick them up behind the digger. That way I can back out without running over any of them. So it seemed to do a pretty good job. I think this is probably the most dry it's been since I've started digging the potatoes with the digger. I wouldn't say that it's a bad thing or that it's dry. It's just that it's a little bit drier than what it's been, and I think it skinned them up a little more than it did before. Maybe I'm wrong about that. We'll find out when I actually start picking them up. Usually though, I just dig and then the guys pick them up, but they're not here today. So that means me and Mom get to pick them up. I want to be gentle with them so I don't skin them up any more than they already are. These are actually getting to be a really nice size. It ended up going really well. Almost 9 baskets altogether. That was the biggest dig yet so far. Sammy just showed up, and because we're already down here, we decided to get 1 or 2 baskets of each cherry peppers, and Mom's at the other end getting jalapeno. Hello.
Really? What? You had a leak on it.
It's hot.
It's nice. I'd rather be out here than inside all day. Can't stand it.
Dad just got back from Wilkes-Barre Market. Mom and Sammy are washing. They're doing the cherry peppers now, then they're gonna work on the potatoes. And they already did the red bell that I picked earlier. I picked it, Sammy.
You picked it? Look at that!
I know.
That is huge! This is big as my head! It's even bigger! You gotta take another picture of me with an eggplant by my head. You don't want to roll.
And now for the last job of the day, myself, Sammy, Mom, and Dad are gonna be getting cantaloupe and watermelon.
Whoa, that's a big guy. Hi, babe. Woo! Whoa. Don't put that in.
Look at these are the new yellow cedars. You can't put that in there with cantaloupe. It will mix them up.
With the cantaloupe?
And that's it. Full bin of cantaloupe, full bin of mixed yellow and red seedless watermelon, and then another half a bin of cantaloupe. This morning, we are packing for our biggest day at the Scranton Farmers Market, which is Friday. And you can see we have a ton of fresh produce to sell. By the time we're done, this truck will be pretty full from the front to the back.
Routine. I worked 8 days this week, been saving my money. Highway to highway, drove southbound out of state and out of my own ways. Spent the day by the ocean, I never checked my phone. Got some sun on my body by hydrocortisone. So much weight I've been carrying, I lost it on the road. I'm never one to settle for something less than incredible. I called a friend I ain't talked to since they moved to the coast. We ducked down streets of the city, they knew a place to go. Homesick, I haven't felt it yet. I need a reset, no stress, blame it on the internet. Do this every day.
After the truck is loaded, the next thing we do is pick sweet corn. Mom and I now came out here for some kale, basil, and then I'm coming down here right now for our second batch now of dill, which is way nicer than the first batch. Our first, if you remember, was up there right after the cauliflower in that mess of weeds. This though, I planted in plastic for the first time ever, and it ended up doing very well. As you can see, there's almost no weeds at all, and it's nice, thick, heavy stalks. But the reason the other stuff was small wasn't because of the weeds, it was because of the lack of rain that we've been having. And so how we harvest it is basically just grabbing a big handful and pulling it out. This stuff pulls out harder than the other stuff though, only because it's bigger, the roots are heavier. Wow, that is beautiful. It's still a little bit young yet, but the customers are gonna be wanting it, so we gotta pick it. Literally at least 3 times the size of the other stuff. It's a big, big bunch. It's a little bit bent because the wind played heck with it when we had a couple of those bad storms, but it's not going to affect the taste or anything like that. A couple of those ones snapped off. That was odd. I think that's enough for today though. The truck is fully loaded. We're ready to head off to market. All the way to the back. After Dad left for market, Mom and I came out here to the red beet field to try and get a couple baskets. She's picking them, I'm cutting the tops off. And no, we don't have anybody who wants the tops. That's why we get rid of them. If we try and sell them, they just go bad. And the last harvest for this video is going to be basil. The nice thing about this is you can trim it and then it'll grow back and you can trim it again. There's really no set amount of stems that we put in a bunch. Basically, it's just whatever feels right in our hand. We'll put a rubber band around it and then we'll sell it for a certain amount. And that's one bunch right there.